What's happening, people? The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is fast upon us. Let's get into some predictions. Let's get into the preview. We kick things off with pole position, ladies and gentlemen, Max Verstappen. That is absolutely correct because the car is still fast, the car is still quick. Max Verstappen is looking phenomenal as well. Just a few reliability issues. We'll see if they get that sorted during the week. And of course, you only need one lap to do a blistering lap in Q3. So I'm going to go Max Verstappen P1 at the start of the grid. On the podium, it's very simple, yeah? It's very, very simple. In third place, Sergio Perez. Why? Because I think Red Bull will sort out their reliability issues, as I mentioned earlier. And I think Sergio Perez, who needs to get some points on the board. Of course, Red Bull didn't get any points last week. But this time, I think Sergio Perez will be in second place. And that should help the Red Bull team. I also include Charles Leclerc, ladies and gentlemen, P2 this time. I know he took the win out in Bahrain, but of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, different track, and I think it suits another team a little bit more than the Ferraris this weekend. So Charles Leclerc, P2, and that's all I've got to say about that. Before I tell you who wins the race, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to look at a few things here. Who am I concerned about? Who am I worried about? First of all, the first out will be Lance Stroll. That's absolutely correct, because the Aston Martin, guess what? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And also, the real reason is because I think in turn one, there's going to be a crash. And I think it's not going to be Lance Stroll's fault necessarily. However, he will be out nonetheless. I can hear him screaming and swearing on team radio as we speak. But who am I concerned for, ladies and gentlemen? I tell you what, the Williams racing team. Do you know why? Because I was looking forward to seeing them in Bahrain, okay? And as much as their livery was underwhelming, their performance was just as bad in Bahrain. And I am worried about Alex Albon. I'm worried about Nicholas Latifi. Alex, though, you're looking okay. You're looking all right, I must admit. But I tell you what, man. Jos Capito, Wagwan, huh? I thought you were here to win races. I thought you were here to bring this team back to the top. It may not be all your fault, but something is not quite right in that Williams garage. And I have a feeling that both drivers will not score any points this weekend. And guess what? Maybe that's not even a surprise. By the way, Capito, you seem like a great guy. The ones to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen, that is correct. It is McLaren. Of course, I was going to mention them on this week's episode. I know they had an absolute horror show. It was a shocker in Bahrain. But guess what? I am believing in Seidel and Zach Brown, okay? I think they're going to get this thing together. And I think this circuit suits them a little bit more. How about double points finish, huh? How about Q3, ladies and gentlemen? That is absolutely correct. I'm pipping the McLarens to be in the top 10. And I'm pipping them to make it both into Q3. Yes, including Danny Ricciardo. Maybe a cheeky one too? A man can dream. But my winner, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned him at the top of the show. Guess what? Max Verstappen, that's correct. Redemption settings, okay? After what he had in Bahrain, after the disaster that he had, the power failures and whatnot with the Red Bull team, guess what? I've got Sergio Perez in third. I've got Max Verstappen in first. And I've got a little sandwich there with Charles Leclerc being the filling. I think Max has still got the pace. I think he's still a brilliant driver. I think the car is still bloody quick. The way he was diving in late on Charles Leclerc at the Bahrain Grand Prix, that cannot be ignored, okay? It cannot be ignored. So Max Verstappen, P1 on the podium, ladies and gentlemen. He will be the one on the big step alongside Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez. Those are your top three, ladies and gentlemen. Comment below on who you think is going to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, who's going to make the podium, who's going to be the first out, and give me something that you're concerned about and who should we watch out for. With that said, people, Saudi, let's go. Lights out.